help you to become a more better speaker. Did you notice the grammatical errors? While it is okay to make mistakes in our learning journey, you can help other speakers in improving their language skills. In this video, you will understand the preparations that need to be done to perform the grammarian's role effectively.
Firstly, let's understand what are the preparations to be done before the meeting. Understand and memorize the script thoroughly. If possible, try to select the word of the day that is aligned to the theme of the meeting. Choose a word that can be used in everyday conversation yet is new and challenging. Depending on what your club follows, keep the grammar tip or the idiom of the day also ready. If you feel your grammar needs improvement, brush up your language skills by going through the basic grammar rules on Google or YouTube. Arrive early at the venue and sit in the front rows to have a clear view and sound of the speaker. If it is an online meeting, join the session early. For online meetings, prepare the slide deck and send it to the Zoom master or Sergeant at Arms in advance in the recommended template as shared by the VP Education. Before the meeting starts, write the word of the day and synonym on the designated board in big font to increase the recall value. And for online meetings, you can remind the participants about the word through chat intermittently. Keep a notebook and pen ready with you for taking notes. Now, let's see a demonstration of the grammarian role and then go through the do's and don'ts to keep in mind while performing it.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Anand Iyer and I am the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to listen to everything said during the meeting and make note of any grammatically incorrect usages of speech or any particularly effective usages of grammar. As a grammarian, it is also my task to present the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is ephemeral. It is an adjective form and it means lasting for a very short period of time. Some usages would be: the beauty of the sunset was ephemeral as it dimmed into the night sky, or life is ephemeral, live it to the fullest. It is also my task to present a grammar tip. The grammarian's tip is regarding clear references of pronouns. Sometimes the audience would be confused if you are addressing two individuals with the same pronouns. For example, an unclear usage of sentence would be: John told to Jim that he needs to focus on his studies. Here the audience would be confused as to who is focusing on the studies, John or Jim. A clear usage of grammar would be: John told to Jim, you need to focus more on your studies. This is a more clear way to address the particular sentence for the audience. When called upon, I will be presenting my grammarian's report. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you, General Evaluator. I will now be presenting my grammarian's report. Today, the word of the day was used thrice, once by Toastmaster Ashwin and twice by Toastmaster Rekha. Some good effective usages of grammar were idioms like in a jiffy, worlds away, and some alliterations like employing effective engagement. There were also some good words like astounding, perplexed, and vivacious. There were some incorrect usages as well. The article the was used for a proper noun. Instead of the Manoj, it should have been Manoj was doing a task and not the Manoj was doing a task. One more case was that the friends were coming and not the friends was coming. Using the word cope up could have been replaced by cope. The person was coping with illness instead of saying coping up with illness. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Clearly explain your role as per the script during the meeting so that new members and guests can understand it. Explain your role clearly and then announce the word of the day. Explain its meaning and usage in a sentence. Also, explain the optional grammar tip or idiom with a sentence. encourage the audience to incorporate the word of the day during their speech. And note down word of the day count, the good usage of language and grammatically incorrect speech. If you have a lot of repeated mistakes, share only those which would be most helpful.
Do not be unprepared with your role. Do not exceed the allotted time for your report. Do not modify the script by adding a quote or a story. It is okay to refer the script if it's your first time, but don't change it. Do not take names of the speakers or look at them while referring to incorrect usages or mistakes. On the other hand, it is encouraged to call out the names while reading out the good and effective usages of language and the word of the day count.
Now that you have understood the role clearly, hope you will prepare for it well. If you found this useful, share it with newly joined Toastmasters who may need it. All the best for the role and keep learning.